Which macaroni and cheese will our family choose to be their favorite? Will it be our standard, our family recipe, or will it be the new decadent macaroni and cheese? Which one will we choose? Stay tuned to find out. Hey y'all, we are about to have the battle of the macaroni and cheeses. We have a recipe that we have had in our family for generations and generations. My mom made it, then my sister kind of developed, it was her special dish. And so anytime there was family get-togethers, that was the dish my sister made, and she made it wonderfully. When she was unable to make it, I then learned how to make it. So I make the macaroni and cheese. I have since taught Caroline how to make our macaroni and cheese. And so when we have family meals, Christmas, Thanksgiving, so forth, Caroline is in charge of bringing the macaroni and cheese. It has been our staple. But we're going to try another one that we hear is really, really good. And we're going to see which one our family decides they like the best. Now, it won't surprise me if we pick ours only because it's what we're used to. It's our comfort food. It's what we know. And usually you like what you know better. But I hear this other is going to give it a run for its money. It's also a North Carolina recipe. It comes from Mike's Farm Restaurant in the eastern part of North Carolina, down near the coast, in a little place called Back Swamp, North Carolina. So we are making their macaroni and cheese. We're going to make a dish of our macaroni and cheese, and we're all going to decide which one we like the most. Now, if it's a split decision, I don't know what we'll do. Like which recipe wins out for us to then start making. So anyway, we're starting with mine, the family recipe. I have macaroni boiling on the stove. I had turned it down and it quit boiling. And I just did a big box because I wasn't sure how much we would need. I've got out the smallest dishes I can find because I don't need 2 full recipes of macaroni and cheese, but we're going to have a lot of macaroni and cheese tonight. So, we're going to let the noodles boil. When it's done, I'll bring you back and we'll get started on the family recipe. Okay, y'all, so I've just got the macaroni off the stove. Now, ours, I'm making a smaller dish just because we know what ours tastes like. So, I did do the smaller dish for ours. And I'm going to turn you down. Ours is a lot like, I don't know if you guys have K&W's where you are, like a cafeteria. It's the drier macaroni and cheese that you can kind of cut out. It's not a creamy crock pot macaroni and cheese. But that's just what we prefer so far. I don't know what this other one's going to be like. It's baked as well, but I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit creamier. Let's get started. I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, let me tell you what. You only need 3 ingredients. The macaroni, a block, and sometimes depending on your size of your dish, you may need 2 blocks of just sharp cheddar cheese, and the macaroni and milk. And you salt your macaroni, so that's when it's cooking. So, let me get you turned down here. Alright, so I'm just going to take and make a light layer of macaroni at the bottom. You want it pretty thinly. You don't want to pack it up too thick. Oops. It's going in. We're eating it. I may just eat that one. Alright. Let me put just a few more right here. So very thin layer at the bottom. All right, and I just cut my cheese into little, I guess, 1/4 inch slices. And you just lay them up like tiny little soldiers all the way across. Now sometimes if I'm doing a big dish and I don't want to buy a lot of these blocks and spend my time cutting, I'll kind of sprinkle it with the shredded cheese just to fill in the holes. And actually, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me get the shredded cheese. This is not a must, but it's definitely a can do if you want to. I just kind of fill in the little blank areas if we need them. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to need this part of this one. But you come back in with another layer of macaroni. Ooh, it's hot. And I'm making a mess. I'm spilling it everywhere. All right, another layer of macaroni, and I am going to go ahead and cut this other block of cheese. Let's see how that does. And you just, maybe a little thick, but it's okay. Definitely gonna need some more. And I try to have all my cheese sliced ahead of time so I don't have to take the time to do it. But I really wasn't sure how much it would need. And I just kind of fill in. You don't have to do this because it melts and spreads out. So, no big deal. All right, so now we get milk. Now, I try to find a good corner for me to pour the milk at. And I'm going to watch on the outside of my dish. And I'm going to watch it come up to about 1 inch. Or about halfway up. I would say probably 1 inch. But it takes it a while to kind of even out, so I'm watching on this other side of it. As I pour, I'm watching the milk come up. I'm stopping there. Let me preheat the oven to 350. So this one is ready to go in, but we'll wait for the other one. Let me get this cleaned up. That's all there is to ours. To our macaroni and cheese, that's all there is to it. So it's a very simple dish. So let me get everything cleaned up and all the ingredients out for the other macaroni and cheese, and I'll bring you back and we'll get it going and we'll get them both in the oven, and then we'll see which one our family likes the best. Okay, y'all, so I can already tell you this one is going to be decadent and delicious. And I'm going to have a hard time choosing. And, you know, you try to pull for your team. but it may be hard. So we're going to start with a cup of mayonnaise. A cup of mayonnaise. Ah! How can that not be good? So I'm just measuring it out here in my measuring cup. I'll get y'all turned around in just a second. And I am making the biggest mess today. And I don't even have my sink water run. That like never happens. But it did today. Well, I'd actually had my sink water run forever today. And it kept getting cold, so I drained it. And so, anyway, so here we go. Let me turn it down. Alright, in goes the cup of mayonnaise. Cup of mayonnaise. Now, a cup of sour cream. A cup of sour cream. Y'all, I'm already going to have to loosen my pants and I hadn't even tasted nothing. I mean, how does it get any better than a cup of sour cream and a cup of mayonnaise? It actually may be too rich. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Now, let me just stir that up a little bit. Let me get a bigger spatula. Alright, we're going to add in 2 cups of mozzarella. Let's see here. I want to get this recipe right, so I don't want to eyeball anything. I want to... Alright, there's 1 cup. I don't want to guess on it. I want to be fair. So, I'm not eyeballing anything. I'm doing it just like the recipe says. Good gracious, do y'all see this mess I'm making? Alright. 2 cups of mozzarella. I am going to throw this away. Alright. Y'all, I'm going to have to go run some water, some sink water. And 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. One. And I always, when it says cheddar cheese, I always use sharp. Now, if I'm just going to sit and snack on cheese, I want to use extra sharp. But when it's a recipe, I usually do just regular sharp. Alright, let me get a spatula. Caroline is pulling up. She's not going to like it if we like the other one better. If we like this one better, she's not going to like it because the other macaroni and cheese has become her specialty. Okay, so I'm going to add, I don't know, let's see. The recipe calls for 1 3/4 cup of dry macaroni before you cook it, and I don't really know what that yields. I'm pretty sure it's going to double. So I'm going to put in a scant 4 cups of noodles. 2, 3, 4. That first cup was scant. Come in. we're having the macaroni taste
Is
off.
that my macaroni? Over
Yours is over here.
Okay.
And this is the
Has it
Challenger.
got cream cheese in it?
Nope. It's got sour cream.
Are you videoing?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. This is the Challenger. And y'all, I salted my pasta and the cheese is salty, so I'm not going to add any salt. So we're going in. And I have sprayed both of these dishes just to help with cleanup a little bit. Oh, I spread that mayonnaise. I was like, what is that under there? Today is not a neat day for the farming pastor's wife. I'm doing things pretty messy.
You don't need sour cream.
Oh, Mom. But it would be so good. Okay. Now, the only other thing we add to this one is we crush up about a half a sleeve of Ritz crackers. And we give it kind of a crunchy topping. That's what the recipe says, so that's what we're going to do. Yes, it does. My Judah bug. He's going to love tonight's supper, all this macaroni and cheese.
Poor thing, he only gets real mac and cheese on holidays, and he gets shells and cheese every other day.
Yeah, that's we save our fancy or the other macaroni and cheese for major meals. Otherwise, we use a box. I don't use a box anymore, but I never make macaroni and cheese. I used to use the boxes all the time when y'all were little. But those days are long gone. Okay, y'all. I can't remember how long ours is going to cook. Plus, it's in a smaller dish. This one will bake at 350 for 30 minutes. So I'm just going to put them in there together, and we'll see what they look like when we get them out. Okay, so we have a spread tonight. We have sweet peas. We have our 2 macaroni and cheeses. That's the star of tonight, and we will be deciding which one we like the best. We have a big pot of stewed potatoes, a big plate of salmon patties, and some leftover pork roast. So we are going to feast tonight and have lots of macaroni and cheese. So as soon as the family gets in here, we'll let you know what they decide. All right, Daddy's going ahead and getting him a...
Ready?
That's our homemade. I mean, our recipe.
Our normal style.
Our normal. This is the new.
You try the new first.
Wrong fork, but that's okay.
Did you get me some water, babe? Okay.
We're watching your reaction.
And why are we trying this?
Because we wanted to see which was the best. We've heard that is really, really good.
That's pretty good. They're both really good. They're just kind of different. This one here is very rich with sour cream. You can taste the sour cream really good. So it's macaroni and cheese, but it's not majorly cheesy. This one is like very cheesy, very stringy, very rich with cheese. Yeah. I'd say that's my favorite.
The homemade? I mean, our recipe, our normal. Okay, that's his vote. Okay, we're going to get Isaac's response here. He's tasting the new one first. You got to swallow it. Is that still the new one? Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts so far?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's good, but it's still my favorite.
The home is still your favorite. Our normal recipes.
Our normal recipe is still my favorite.
All right, Caroline, your turn.
So which one I beat first?
Which one do you just tell me. You're tasting the new one first.
I'm with everybody else. I like them both. But this one's got like more of a casserole feel.
More of a casserole
And
feel.
This is actually mac and cheese.
Okay. So I guess it's my turn.
She thinks I'm filming her, but I'm filming me. Okay, Liz. What do you like there, girl?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Oh. How do I turn this camera back around?
You have to quit videoing.
All right, Mom. What do you think, girl?
I don't know. Let's taste the new one.
Which one you trying first?
The new one.
The new one. Okay, here we go. Let's zoom in. Let's watch her smack them jaws.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
She likes it. She says it's pretty good. All right, now she's trying the old-fashioned, our traditional homemade macaroni and cheese.
I think the difference is
What's the difference?
this is all cheddar cheese, and there's lots of it in our home one.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is 2 kinds of cheese and probably more mayonnaise and sour cream.
Any recommendations to that recipe to maybe correct the
No,
issue?
because I think it's delicious.
It's delicious.
Maybe lay off the mozzarella and add more cheddar.
That could work.
But they're right. This has more of a. You could put chicken in it and it'd be a chicken pasta casserole.
Uh-huh. Amen. Hallelujah.
This is more macaroni and cheese. So I think when it comes to macaroni and cheese, we'll stick with our own.
All right, guys, you've seen the taste
But this is
test.
really good. Y'all go to Mike's restaurant. I am not down in it because this is really good.
All right, you heard it here. Go to Mike's restaurant, check it out.
In Back Swamp, North Carolina.
Back Swamp, North Carolina, wherever that is, okay? That's close to the front swamp, okay?
It's behind it.
Behind it.
Y'all remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Thanks for watching The Farm and Pastor's Wife. Bye.